Good evening, viewers, and welcome to the Sun City boxing event here in Siparia. And it's a pleasure to be coming to you from the community of Siparia. And we are going to be bringing you 12 exciting bouts here on tonight's card. Some young and upcoming amateur boxers. And we are getting set to get the action going. In the first bout on tonight's card is going to be the females in action. In the red corner, we have Jada Bernard from Sipos, and her opponent is Akiba Paul from Sipos. Actually, both boxers represent the same gym, so it's going to be interesting to see how they perform. So this is amateur boxing on Axe Television Network, the official station for the Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association.
Latoya Providence just giving the instructions to the fighters here tonight. This is the first bout. Let's give it a round of applause, Siparia.
As we get set here for the first bout here on tonight's card, we have Bernard in the red and Paul in the blue, both boxers from the Sipos boxing gym. So Bernard and Paul. Well, Bernard actually getting in quite a couple punches there, and a left there from Paul. So Paul, it appears that Paul's weapon is that jab. Again, that jab to the head of Bernard, but Bernard is again a little left to the side of the head of Bernard. So Paul, nice stance, guard held high up, looking closely at her opponent. Bernard still a bit unsettled here in the opening round. We see again the jab from Paul is connecting constantly to the head of Bernard. Bernard does stand straight in front of Paul, and it's making an easy target there for Paul. Looking at the both boxers, they are new to the sport, but yes, as I was saying, both boxers look a bit new to the sport, but Paul seems to be a bit better trainer than Bernard. Still, she has her guard up high. A slow-paced fight, actually. Bernard a bit timid. A bit timid is Bernard. And that's the end of the first round.
This fight is scheduled for 3. Let's give the two young fighters a round of applause. Your referee tonight is Latoya Providence.
And we get set here for the second round in the first bout on tonight's card. Jada Bernard in the red and Akiba Paul in the blue. So far, Paul has been the better of the two boxers so far. She has connected a bit with some stronger punches than Bernard. Bernard, as I said, a bit timid. And from the names of these both boxers, they have recently started in the sport, so it's going to take a little time there. We see referee Latoya Providence there giving Bernard a bit of a warning there, but Paul continues to stick that jab and looking to go down, where she gets a shot, and Bernard is up against the rope, and she needs to come out of that, and
all right, we can just take a little break here as the referee is calling for time. We see Akiba Paul losing a shoe. Is this Cinderella revisited, as we just called for some time, and the timekeeper, of course, going to add a couple seconds onto the round. Remember, these rounds are scheduled for 2 minutes. And this first bout is a scheduled 3-rounder.
And the action resumes, and still we see Paul there continue to stick that jab in the face of Bernard, and she connects with a soft right, another right to the and Bernard is not really in this fight so far. She's just trying to escape, and Paul is continuing to pile up punches. You see there, Bernard just trying to survive this round, and again, she's going to be given a standing 8 count.
We're getting a standing 8 count and a corner. All right, and that's it. The fight is what we would class as a technical knockout. Am I correct, referee? That's right.
This is the end of this bout here. Referee stopping the contest here in favor of Kiba Paul. Paul really was the superior boxer on the night. Bernard, she will live on to fight another day.
Give me the prizes out. The winner of bout number 1 goes to the right corner, Akiba Paul.
Well, that's the winner of the first bout, and Akiba Paul in the 49 kg. So Akiba Paul picking up the first place. Not to be outdone, Jada Bernard receiving her.
All boxers exit the red corner. Check with the doctor as you come out, please.
Welcome back to the Siparia boxing event here, and I would like to introduce Mr. Ronald Cox, the Vice President of Trinidad and Tobago Amateur Boxing Association.
We go with bout number 2
Mr. Cox, good night and welcome.
Super heavyweight.
Good night, George.
Well, we have the opportunity to talk a lot boxing tonight. Just coming out of the national championships, I was very much impressed
his
with
opponent from
one of your young boxers. We saw him here earlier tonight. How impressed are you with the new couple of boxers that we have seen so far?
Well, you know, we've been working very hard to improve our crop going into our next year Rio 2016 Olympic Games, and we've been trying to improve them as we go along with our new core boxers, and definitely Anthony Joseph, he's been one of our young boxers who's been coming for the last year or so, and he's been doing very well, and I feel very encouraged about him, his performance at the championships this year, winning gold, his first major championship he has won. So,
well, we have in the ring, this is the second bout, we have John McCarthy from Wallerfield Boxing Gym, and he's up against one of the champions from the championship, Nigel Paul from Ultimate Boxing Gym. And this is the super heavyweight. I was impressed when I saw Paul on this first occasion. A big guy, now starting boxing, but showing some good skills.
Yeah, I mean, he's very quick for his size. He has good movement. You see, he's always moving his head, and he tries to a lot of punches, jabs. And we see him right now trying to control the fight with his jabs. But this John McCarthy seems to have some good experience in terms of he's moving his head and trying to get inside. But let's see how it goes between the two of them.
But these two guys are two relatively new guys, because it's the first time I'm hearing the name John McCarthy.
Yeah, they're very new in terms of boxing for us in our program. And I'm thinking about this. They're being boxing just for this year.
Okay.
I think Paul doing the correct thing. He's trying to keep McCarthy at the end of his job. And trying to work.
This is a page from Mr. Wamba Jones, official
and hooks when
Mr. Wamba Jones,
McCarthy gets close.
Table, please.
McCarthy definitely have to get more active and try to get in with combinations.
McCarthy seems to be a little bit wild here in the first round. Again, Nigel Paul, a huge guy, but very smooth and doesn't waste much of his punches.
No, he doesn't waste some punches at all. And you see, he's working the job, and every time he gets the opportunity, he's gonna do a focus on hooks.
Official results here.
Nigel Paul.
Nigel Paul. As we were saying, we have seen Paul on two occasions, but not really up against stiff competition.
Not against stiff competition.
So we at least we've seen some boxing skills, but we cannot say for sure, how strong he is, what is his capability, because he has to get better opponents.
Right now he's showing a lot of potential, and it's good, and he's really a big super heavyweight. And most time we don't always get super that this size. So once they are this size and they can move like him, there's always a good promise in them.
Well, we get set for bout number 2. Number 3 actually, and we have Shaquille Garcia from the Magic Boxing.
Paris.
Well, there's a switch here because Paris,
his opponent from Magic Boxing Gym in Carnage Boxing,
is in the Justin Paris is in the red, and Shaquille Garcia from Magic is in the blue. Renaud, Shaquille Garcia
3 minutes, 1 minute rest.
was one of the promising boxers we saw coming up, but somewhere, like he has lost some of that ability that we once saw. What's happening with him right now?
Well, I think for the last couple of years he would have laid off of the sport, and he's now really getting back into the gym and getting back into the ring and see what he can do. Remember, Shaki was part of our Olympic team for 2012.
Yes.
Right, so he's now really getting back in the gym, and he's going up against Justin Paris. Justin Paris is one of our young junior boxers.
I'm impressed with. I am impressed with this young guy. He reminds me so much of Mike Tyson.
Yeah. This is going to be expect to be a very explosive fight between the both of them.
Yeah, well, we saw Garcia in the championships against I think was
Anthony Joseph.
Yes, and that was a good fight.
It was a very good fight between the two athletes. But I think in this fight, definitely is going to be Garcia needs to keep Paris out as much as possible.
Yeah, and he has the reach.
Yeah, he needs to keep him out as much as possible, and have enough gas to carry him for the entire bout. So far, Justin has been very cool. He's talking and he's cutting off the ring.
So you see, much of the work is already being done by Garcia right now.
Yeah.
Paris, keeps going. A good body shot there from Garcia.
This is good. Very good punches by Paris in the corner.
Yes, going to the body.
And this is going to be very important coming to the new rules in the scoring for boxing.
Yeah.
And that they're not watching the punches the boxer scored, watching aggression and ring generalship.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Justin, he's more or less stalking Garcia and
he's coming forward. He's coming forward.
So although he's not really scoring punches, he's still scoring some points in terms of stalking his man.
I remember there was a lull in amateur boxing, a couple of years back, but it's good to see some of the new guys coming on the scene. And what I must say is that you remember times gone by when you will see most of the fights being taking place on the canvas.
Yeah.
But now you're seeing the younger guys really, they're impressive. They're impressive.
Yeah. I know you see. This is very good work by Justin. He's worked his way and he's got his man in corner. Garcia is doing the correct thing. He's turned him over. Now Garcia should be bringing the fight in the center of the ring.
Yeah, okay.
He should keep the fight in the center of the ring at all times and slow the pace of the fight to his own advantage. This is very good work by Garcia so far. But he has to watch that Justin doesn't corner him.
We've seen some good. We've seen some good. Well, we saw some good movement there coming to the end of the round with Justin Paris. But so far, a good first round.
Yeah, definitely a very good first round, and it'll be interesting to see how the judges would have scored the round, because Justin was very aggressive. He cut him off, and he was working some good position inside. However, Garcia has been doing some very good work on the outside, working his job and moving around.
Yeah.
The public's invited, and you're reminded admission is absolutely free, featuring steel bands from all over.
I think now Garcia needs to really get in there, go the job a little more movement, and not allow himself to be cornered on the ropes by Justin Price.
Also, to let you know, coming up on Friday the 8th of May, Friday night fights at Skinner Park. We'll tell you about that in a bit, as both fighters coming out of their corners.
Well, we get set here for the second round. It should be an exciting round here, judging from the first. It started up a bit quicker.
A lot faster, and again, Paris is doing exactly what he needs to do. He gets in there.
And he's working the body nicely.
Yeah. And this is where he needs to be. What Shaki should be doing is working a job and moving around and staying in the center of the ring. He's doing it now, which is good.
But most of the jobs and the shots from Garcia is really being met by the gloves of Paris.
That's correct.
Yeah. Again, we see Paris going in there.
So Paris needs to get in there, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to get in there. He's taking time and he's working to the body. And Shaquille needs to keep that job working on the outside.
But I think Shaquille should be doing a bit more, because he has the advantage, longer arms, and he is the taller boxer, so he's
he's not using the advantage. And now Justin's having his way because he's actually pushing him backwards.
Yes.
And again, according to the rules, he's going to be losing the fight because Justin is the more aggressive boxer. And Shaquille doesn't need to throw so many punches. He can just throw one or two punches and move around.
Definitely.
Because if he stays one place too long, then Justin has a chance to catch him. See a good movement there by him. And now he should be throwing the jabs. Throwing the jab and trying to change directions.
I think he's waiting a bit too long.
Yeah, he went too long.
And most of the times, as I said, the punches are not landing.
Yeah.
Paris, very good defense.
She does a very good defense. The left foot gets in. This is where Shaki should slow the ball down now. He's already done two good punches. Hit and move on. He's trying to do a little more of it now. Yeah, this is good. But Justin catches him on the rope. And this is where he doesn't want to be. He should be get back in the center of the ring.
Definitely. But one thing I can say is that Paris certainly not afraid to go in there and take a punch from Garcia in order to give a couple of his own.
He's getting in there, he's moving his head, and he's going to get in there. And it doesn't matter how many punches he gets, but I think when he lands, it's going to count. Very good pressure now by Justin. And Garcia shouldn't be there now. See, Nasir is using the time to fight when he should do a little more boxing. Oh, and very good punches.
Yes. So definitely this round definitely going
That's the end of the second round.
Definitely very good round. Very good round for Justin Paris. He was able to get his aggression, get his man on the ropes, and land a lot of good uppercut hooks.
And PBM 6255. That's PBM 6255. Would you please move your vehicles? We understand that you're parked in front of the entrance of the Insect Vector Division. PBK 331 and PBM 6255. Ladies and gentlemen, also just to let you know, on May 8th at Skinner Park will be Friday night fights, and the guest of honor will be Roberto Duran. The Hands of Stone will be coming to Trinidad and Tobago for an 8-card fight night in Skinner Park. Seconds away. This is, of course, the third and final round.
Well, we get set for the third and final round. So far, Paris having things his way.
Yeah, definitely. I think Nazio will have to do something tactically different. No, he's landing good punches, but what he's doing, he's actually fighting. And this is in Justin's advantage.
Yeah, because Paris really, to me, is a brawler.
Yeah.
Right? Garcia is the boxer.
Yeah, he needs to box.
But he's
actually coming forward to him when he chose his jab. And he should jab and take steps back.
Yeah.
So even though he has an initial success,
again we see him, his head being rocked there.
Paris is going to win out in the end.
And I think there was a bit of frustration there from
Garcia.
From Garcia.
And you see he needs to box, he needs to step back, and he's still fighting. Right? And this is not a good strategy from him at all.
But what I can say is that Justin Paris can take a shot.
Definitely
because he has taken some punches, and he still keeps coming.
He is a rock.
Yeah.
I see all this what Garcia is doing. He's only having partial success with it, but he's fighting. He should be boxing more.
And when Paris lands 2 or 3 punches, Garcia getting in 1 punch, so that's not going to work for him.
No, it's not.
Again, a left from Paris there to the side of the...
And we see a good right hand from Garcia.
Yeah.
But again, only partial success.
Yes. And he's allowing himself to be tied up and back up against the rope too often.
Again, you see the same thing going on here. And Justin's going to win out in these exchanges all the time. So even though there's some partial success from Garcia.
And Garcia punches lacking any power, anything.
But at this point, he's just arm punching. There's no real power behind him.
And really, Paris has a...
he lands a very good hook again.
Yeah, and he has
again, it's only partial because now Justin Paris has him on the ropes.
Definitely. And from the song of the bell in the first round, Paris has been going forward non-stop.
He has been going forward. I mean, see some
good
very
right
good combinations here.
A good right hand again, yes.
Very good combination by Justin Paris, and he backs him up. And again, Garcia's wrong strategy.
But this young Paris, very good prospect.
He's a very good prospect. He's just 15 years old, and he's fighting an excellent fight. Preparing right now for the World Juniors.
Yeah.
And again, Garcia is tactically losing the bout.
Well, there you saw
a
very entertaining bout here between Shakir Garcia and Justin Paris. Paris showing his class. This young Paris, young and upcoming boxer, a lot of great things to be coming out from this young man.
Siparia Regional Corporation for making all of this possible here tonight.
The ring is the lovely Miss Keisha Harris.
Well, we get set here
for the winner by split decision in favor of the blue corner.
Well,
Shakir Garcia.
I mean, we have seen time and time again in boxing, the results don't always go according to what we saw.
Like it,
but what's your take on that?
Well, again, we have to go to what the referee judges would have put forward as their own criteria. Whether they're like Garcia's movement to Justin's aggression, and I believe they probably like Garcia's movement as aggression.
Check with the doctor. The doctor. Don't forget.
I personally think it was a poor decision. I believe that Paris would have done enough. Definitely second last round to win the bout.
To be followed by
But
Darian Della.
Take nothing away from Justin Paris. I saw this fight as a very good and entertaining bout.
Yeah, it was a very good bout.
We go with bout number 4.
Introducing to you
The
first the red corner.
69 category.
Class boxing
We have in the
Diego Martin boxing out of the red corner, 69 kgs, Jean-Paul Cooper.
we have coming out from world class in the red corner.
His
That's
opponent
Jean-Paul
tonight from
Cooper.
Cosmic Boxing
And from
Gym,
Cosmic
the
Boxing
mecca of
Gym,
boxing in the South
Akil
Bank.
Grant.
From
Akil
Arabella,
Grant, one of
boxing
the
out of the blue
upcoming boxers.
Akil Grant.
And we will get
Referee Judge Codrington.
Mr. Cox, your thoughts on this bout here.
3 rounds,
Akil
3 minutes,
Grant
1
from
minute
Cosmic,
rest.
one of the young boxers who has shown great potential so far.
Yeah, well, Akil also has been a little layoff from boxing. And
Yes, because he had a good, I think it was either 2013 or
Don't
2014 championship.
PBK 31,
Yeah.
331.
And now he's back
PBM
on stream.
62.55.
Jean-Paul, on the other hand, has
If you
been
have not
doing
checked
very
into
well
your
over the
details
years.
yet,
I mean,
somebody
he's
is
been
walking
unfortunate
away
to
with
be
your
having to
ex.
fight Michael Alexander.
Yeah.
But I think now is his chance to show, how good he can perform.
Jean-Paul Cooper has been around for a period of time, but still doesn't excite the crowd as some of the other boxers.
No, I mean, as I say, I think he's more or less, he needs to have his day.
Yes.
In the sun. He has not had it yet.
Yeah.
But I think this is a chance for him to really come out and dominate this bout against Akil Grant.
I know that the Commonwealth Games is coming up shortly, and the Olympics is just around the corner. What are some of the plans the association has in store to get in the boxers fully prepared?
Well, these cards we've been having for the last couple of weeks have been on the championships has been one of the major things we've been using to get the boxers ready for the Pan Am qualifiers. We expect to take a training camp away to Cuba next month, and then go straight into our Pan American qualifiers, which will be in June in Mexico City. Sorry, in Tijuana, Mexico.
Okay.
So we definitely looking at these boxers to see who are the best among them.
So the national team has not been selected as yet.
Well, all the boxers who won gold and silver in national championships have been invited to join the team, but the final team hasn't been selected as yet. We're doing a series of beep tests, fitness evaluations on them, and of course, like these cards, to finally pick the team.
So far, we have not seen anything from both boxers here. Grant, a bit with his hands held a bit low.
Yeah. One thing about Grant, I think he's actually turning his back, and that's not well for him.
I guess when these boxers take a layoff and they come back, it will take a little time for them to get back into the thick of things.
Very good body shot now from Akil. And I think that is what Akil has to do. He has to try and control his fight, use his experience over Jean-Paul. So Jean-Paul will definitely come out here will look to impress. I think Akil begin to settle along now and settle down those 1 or 2 little counter punches.
Yeah. Yeah, for a minute I thought he was a bit too overexcited, doing a bit too much.
But now he begin to land some very good counter punches, which is going to do well for him in terms of actually trying to win his first round.
But we see Paul there did connect before Grant actually slipped there, but Paul got in a good left hand there.
Didier and Dylan Gilbert, please get ready to be followed by Shamoni Paul and Shakir Radha.
So we just want to remind you that this is the Siparia amateur boxing event here, and it's coming to you on Acts 25 Cable Channel 9.
Big Fed Sunday, the main event, man.
And that's the start of the second round. As a coach, what advice would you have given to each of the boxers at the end of the first round, seeing what had transpired after the first round?
Well, definitely Akil, I would tell him to try to sit along a little more and catch Japol in the counter punches. Japol on the other hand, he needs to get up a little more aggressive and trying to overrun his punches. Because he's getting a little bit too close, and his punches are overrunning. And this is what Akil needs to do.
Akil now starting to put his punches a bit better here in the opening of the second round.
And Japol also needs to sit along and trying to reach to Akil when he punches. He's throwing a jab, but it's a bit short.
I can't recall seeing Akil in the championships.
No, he wasn't. Actually was. He lost in the finals to Christopher De Freitas from Defense Force.
Oh yes. So I guess some of the ring rust has to come off.
I think he's doing a much better job now than I did against Chris in this bout.
But he sat along late in the first round, and coming in the second round here, he's putting a bit more punches together.
Japol needs to up the tempo and throw more punches. I know Japol is not connecting as he should. I know he's up his tempo and trying to connect more punches.
And another wild punch, swinging punches from Japol.
Yeah, he's doing too many wild punches and too many short punches. It makes it very easy for the counter punch.
Some good movement there from Akil Grant.
I see Akil again is getting his counter punches because Japol is really overriding, is coming and is going too much forward.
A bit some frustration there by Japol.
But again, it's interesting to see how the judges will judge this fight.
Well, I mean, after the last bout there, I mean, because I really thought that Justin Perez had done sufficient to win the bout. And we've seen some antics there from.
I think this is something that Aki shouldn't be doing at this moment. He should be getting more busy in the fight, trying to score more counter punches.
Yeah, because remember you're out of boxing for a while, so I mean you really need to get your act together and the showboating.
Yeah,
but
too much.
But a much better wrong for him in the second round.
Wrong for him. But again, with the new rules that we're having in boxing, is very subjective, where the referees and the judges now they decide who win the bout, as opposed to the old system where they just check the points. So now when we were admiring Justin's aggression and backing up Garcia, apparently the referee judges were more impressed with Garcia's movement and jabbing. So.
Well, it's going to be interesting as we go along with the new rules to see how some of the boxers go along, because I really thought that Paris won that bout, but I mean that's foregone conclusion now as we get set for the third and final round between Akil Grant in the blue and Japol Cooper in the red.
At this point,
this is a close bout,
it's very close, and but I think now Aki should try to get some space between him and Japol now by having a very good round, throwing some good counter punches and some good movement. Whereas Japol will definitely get the action up. Japol is being aggressive, but you can see the punches not really landing.
Exactly, and
a bit short.
And Well, that was a close call there for Akil Grant. But what I'm noticing with Jean Paul is a bit he's reached the stage of being too wild, and he's not really landing any punches.
No, he's not landing any punches.
And we saw there Akil, you know, evading a lot of his punches.
He is, and he's getting 1-2 counters. I think if he begins to get a little more, he'll make the fight even easier for him.
And we are seeing the frustration now in Jean Paul Cooper. I think this is the first time I've seen a bout with Cooper where his opponent has been on the canvas this amount of time.
Yeah. And there's where Jean Paul should be doing more work now, and he's not. You know, Akil has turned southpaw. He's switching between southpaw and orthodox, which is very good because he's confusing Jean Paul a bit.
I think it's a bit too late now, but I think if Jean Paul had settled down, I think he would have given a better performance. But I think he's rushing the bout right now.
You see, he come forward, he chose a 1-2, and Akil slips, and he just goes. He keeps going.
Yeah.
And this is where Akil is beating him. And then again, unnecessary movement by Akil, but it's paid off him.
Yes. Again, we see both boxers going down a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I think what happened is Jean Paul, when he goes for, he's actually overrunning and pushing forward.
Yeah, yeah, exactly so. That's what we're seeing here.
Very good counter punch again by Akil.
Well, this fight is ready to now to be. Well, Jean Paul looks very frustrated.
At the end of the
I think he wanted a bit about 5 minutes again, maybe to do some damage there. But as I said, it's going to be interesting to see the winner of this bout. But I think
you can view this fight maybe next.
I will get the fight to Jean Paul. I think he did more in the bout. I'm sorry, it's Akil Grant. I will go with Akil Grant. I think he did more coming off the end about than Jean Paul.
Yeah. But we need to be careful now because remember the judges might see it different to what we are seeing.
Let's see what the judges were really looking for and what impressed them. I think in this bout, Jean Paul didn't have it his way in this bout. He didn't get to do the thing he should have been doing, landing good combinations. He was always falling short with his arm punches.
And I think that hence the reason we saw his disappointment after the bout.
Melissa Mendez, official table, please. Stick around. I think you might be doing a little more. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the boxers in the ring a round of applause, please. The winner by a split decision.
Well, we go for the result. Akil Grant, we got it right in this one. Akil Grant being crowned the winner here in this bout. Well, we get set here for bout number 5. We have
boxing out of Seapost in Port Spain.
Darion Didier from Seapost in the red corner and Dylan Gilbert from Sun City.
His opponent tonight.
We know of Dylan Gilbert. He has been around for some time. Darion Didier.
Boxing out of the blue corner. Dylan Gilbert.
Name is new to me. So he has to be one of the relatively new boxers.
Relatively new, but he's been around. He was there for our last championships in 2014 and 2015 also.
He's
a very rugged type of fighter. Not very well skilled, but very rough.
But we know Gilbert is, from Sun City. You know, one thing we can say is that there is no boxing event if you don't have a boxer from Sun City.
Yeah, definitely. mean, Dylan was a former Caribbean youth champion.
Yeah.
And he should have the experience to handle Didier in this fight.
Well, we are seeing Didier a bit with a lot of flaws so far. A bit, going in with his head.
Seems to have a very strong boxer, nonetheless. Not very skilled, but strong. And he lands a very good right hook. But then Dylan the favor.
Didier a bit, well, actually with no defense because his hands a bit low and not getting back up quick to evade the punches from Gilbert.
No, he's not a very defensive boxer. His hands are very low and he's dependent on his strength. And most of them are coming like swings.
But as you said, from his build, seems to be a pretty strong young man. A straight right hand there from Gilbert.
But I think if he didn't try to defend himself, he's going to be some trouble with Dylan, who would have the experience.
Because you're seeing Gilbert there really taking his time and stalking and,
And also Dylan looks a bit better condition so far.
I think if Didier is not careful, he's going to walk into a right hand. Huh? Another good sign from what we've seen in the amateur boxers, you might not see the skill level as what we wanted to be, but some of the boxers, they are going the 3 rounds and they are not being exhausted. You remember there was a period of time.
Some trouble,
well, I think that was one of his biggest mistakes he made there by turning his back.
And all the while his hand never went up to defend himself.
Definitely. Yeah, as I was saying, you remember there were times when a boxer, after the 2nd round, you would see them, with their mouth open. And
but definitely we've been trying to have our fighter a little fitter this time. We're doing a lot of fitness tests. And we hope that we can see this new trend where the boxers actually go tournaments and be competitive.
Yeah.
And that has to start at home.
Yes.
I don't think Didier always has to see some good shot. I don't think he's going to be able to withstand.
Yeah, I don't think this bout is going to go the distance.
And he gets a second hit count now. I think, and all the while his hand is. I think this is the highest his hand has been with the entire bout.
Definitely.
But the bell should ring soon.
Yes, and well, at least he'll get an opportunity to get some advice from his coach. But a good round there for Gilbert.
Yeah, definitely a very good round for Gilbert. I mean, Didier been landing 1 or 2 punches, but I don't think he's being defensive enough to actually capitalize on the punch that he's throwing. One thing I would like to really employ the coaches to do. I mean, after watching this boxing on TV, definitely see the mistakes that the boxers are making and try to correct these mistakes in a positive way. I mean, we've been having our weekend sessions for the last few weeks with the hope that the boxers will begin to improve on their physical, on the technical.
Seconds out,
round 2. That's the reason why we are posting the bouts too on YouTube. Right, so the boxers can go to YouTube. They can, go for also. I understand there is a Trinidad and Tobago boxing page or something like that.
There's Trinidad and Tobago boxers, and also there's a Trinidad and Tobago Boxing Association Facebook page.
Right, so we'll post the bouts there for them. So at least they have something to reflect on and look at the mistakes.
Because I think Didier is very strong, and I think if he gets the correct training, he can do much better.
Yes,
because
he's
just walking the punches right now.
Because Gilbert has connected with some good shots, but really haven't seen to trouble Didier as much. Didier just keeps standing in front of him. Huh? But if he continues this way,
yeah, of course, if you're gonna take so many punches, doesn't matter.
Yes, yes.
You're gonna get hurt.
A good right hand there from Gilbert.
And referee has been given another 8 count. I think this is very good 8 count here now, because he was called a very good right hand. Some of Dylan punches are a bit slappy, so
yes.
Not connecting very well.
Yeah, we saw a couple there hitting with the inside of the gloves. So I guess he has not really connected with Didier with a good.
He hasn't really connected with some very strong punches, which I think if he had, the fight would have been over by now.
Definitely.
But Didier is taking some very big punches, and of course with almost no defense.
And the crowd is excited,
and he just running away.
Yes.
I think the corner should take some steps to the
well, we saw
to play the fighter.
Didier indicating to his,
and the corner should have taken some earlier steps to stop this bout.
Yes, definitely.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
Well,
we
get set here for the results. I think it's a foregone conclusion,
in favor of
and
the blue corner.
it's Dylan Gilbert. So Dylan Gilbert there being
both boxers
awarded the winner.
With the doctor, please. Thank you, Counselor. Referee Judge Latoya Providence.
Welcome back to the
This bout will go 3 rounds.
Siparia boxing event, and we have this is the 49 kg, and definitely these are 2 new guys, Jimini Paul from Sun City in the red, and Shakir Radha from Golden Fist. They are using head guards. You want to explain to the viewers, because we have seen the previous bouts they weren't any head guards.
These are both junior boxers, and the junior boxers are still allowed to wear head guards in boxing.
Right.
Only elite boxers will box without headgear. We've seen 2 very young boxers, and there's one. I know for sure. Jamani Paul has been training with us on weekends.
Okay.
And I'm really excited to see what his performance will be here today. I see he's coming out and doing some very good movement. But
Radha seems to
a good reach.
Yes. You know, I seldom ask the question. Why do we not see the tall boxers with the long reach use their jab more often? Because I remember when I was a little guy, there was this guy, Matt Donovan, was tall and lanky, he had a reach. And I mean, that jab, I mean, he used to win most of his bouts. And these guys here, I don't know if it's the coaches, but they don't seem to utilize the jab.
Yeah, I think definitely it's how they are taught. And most of them fight rather than box. So once you're really fighting, you use the essence of actually using the jab.
Yeah. Paul seems to have an idea of what he wants to do.
He's doing some very good work. He's getting past Radha's jab and landing some very good punches so far. So far, I'm a bit impressed with him. I'm satisfied that he's doing well.
Well, we've seen Radha absolutely has no defense. You know, he just going in there and throwing punches from all different angles.
Yeah, definitely he's kind of swimming. Look like he's swimming with his punches.
Yes.
And this is a bit of inexperience on his part.
That's the end of the first round.
Jamal Johnson and Ronaldo Stewart, please get ready. Jamal red, Ronaldo blue, to be followed by Hannibal
definitely
and Gabriel
when he boxes at this young,
Grimes red,
we can accept
Gabriel blue.
some of their flaws, and we expect that they will improve as they go.
Yeah.
Because both fighters probably having their very first fights, or first couple of fights, so a lot of excitement, the crowd cheering them on, they're on cameras. Yeah. So you can accept some of these little flaws, but we expect again to see them improve as they go on.
Seconds out, round 2.
Well, we are into the second round here. We see Paul still, giving a good account of himself. Rather on the other hand, I guess as he go along, he will learn.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to be more aggressive. He's trying to throw more punches. But I think Paul is making a very good movement. He's punching. He's throwing the jab to the head and the body.
And he's not only targeting the head, he's trying to go to the body too.
Yeah, definitely.
So as you said, there's little flaws, but he's given he's shown a level head so far.
Yeah, definitely. He's doing a lot of holding right now, again, a bit sloppy. I think Paul at the beginning got a bit tired, but he's still throwing that jab.
But I must say the level of amateur boxing has improved a lot.
I think it should. We've been trying to improve the coaching, and with that we should begin to see a little more improvement with the boxers that they're producing. Very good right hand by Paul.
Needs to get some power in the punches though, because it was a good right hand there, but it certainly didn't have any power in that shot.
Yeah, very light power. Very good counter punching here by Paul. Very good.
Ended the round nicely there.
End of the second round. In the meantime, Jamal Johnson and Ronaldo Store, please get ready. Hannibal Grimes and Gabriel Phillips, you're to follow. And we now introduce Nelson Sue and Jeremiah Rivers. You can view these tapes on Axe 25 Channel 9, the official station for boxing, amateur that is. And this can be viewed Sunday evening at 6 p.m.
I tell you, man, Sunday everybody Saturday at 3 o'clock. Saturday 3 o'clock? Yeah.
Seconds away, third and final.
Well, this is the third and final round here, and so far, we saw Radha there. I think it was the first punch that he actually landed.
Yeah. I think we just had our wardrobe malfunction.
But definitely, as you said, Paul, he's going to benefit from the training he's doing.
Yeah,
and we've seen it here. He just needs to, that was a WW takedown there.
I think he also lost his headgear in the process.
Well, we see Radha there complaining, but we have seen worse in boxing. So, I mean, and I'm sure it's not going to be the first time in his career. So, he needs to get accustomed. Well, we see Radha is definitely, he's trying, but he's holding and punching, and Paul on the other hand, definitely I think he has done a good right hand there from Paul. Again, we see the left and a right from Paul, but Radha is game. Radha is game.
I think Radha seems to be the fitter of the two, and is uses to his advantage at the moment. Because Paul seems a bit tired.
Yes.
Although Paul seems the better skill.
Yeah, Paul is the better skill boxer, but Radha seems to a bit more condition, so he can still hold his own. But he's game.
Yeah, they both game.
Yes.
And there's the end of the wrong.
End of the third and final
That's
round.
the end of the third and final round. And I think Paul would have done sufficient.
In the meantime,
Again,
I'd like to see Miss Chantel Hospital.
I got to be careful, but
official table.
I think he has done enough.
I think it was a good work for Paul so far for the fight.
Yes.
But definitely Radha would have put up a very good performance. And in the last round, he did some good work in the last round.
But we better be careful with the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause, please, in the ring. And to the lovely Miss Chantel Hospitalis, the winner by a split decision in favor of the blue corner, Shakil Radha.
Well, remember what I said? I said we better be careful.
Check with the doctor, please.
Well, again, I think we will leave it there because it is said that the judges decision final.
But again, I said they do some very good work coming at the end of the bout.
Yes.